Who has more on the line tonight? Herbert or Mahomes?
Man, I think Justin Herbert has way more on the line. I'm interested in your take because I know, historically speaking, you tell me the person who has more to lose has more on the line because they have more to lose. Herbert clearly doesn't have as much to lose. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, $500 million quarterback, won a Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP. But Herbert has to prove to me he can put together consistent good games.
Really?
Justin Herbert hasn't played back-to-back or 3 consecutive good games since October 10th. That was the last time we saw Herbert play 3 straight games. You remember there, because you were probably there. He had a 3-touchdown, no interception game, 4-touchdown, no interception game, 3-touchdown, no interception game, back-to-back. Well, he played really well last week. We saw that. We were amazed by it. Made some phenomenal throws. Can you do it again? Because I tell you this much, Herbert, in the playoffs, to get to the Super Bowl, you got to play 3 good games. At a minimum, you got to play 3 games. Hopefully they're good because your defense ain't all that good. So Herbert has to go out there and, put some good games together. They say this, you got to be consistently good to be great. You got to be consistently great to be excellent. Herbert is excellent and meh.
What?
Excellent?
Something wrong with your voice? I know you've been having issues with your voice.
4 touchdowns, no picks, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. 4 touchdowns, no picks,
you
1
doing
touchdown,
that?
2 picks. Oh, okay. Like, Herbert is excellent in some games, Bengals. But then you see him against the Patriots, and you're like, that's it? Like, he left a lot to be desired. I think Herbert has more on the line because Herbert has to prove, 1, he can play consecutive good games. We've seen Mahomes do it over the course of his career. Also, Mahomes is a big dog. Yeah, Herbert, I get it. You beat him earlier in the season. You won that game. But, like, it's Mahomes' throne until you go take it from them, literally and figuratively.
Oh, my God. You know I disagree with you right there. You made my point. Thank you. I shouldn't even speak, but I will. Let's talk about why Patrick Mahomes has more on the line tonight. 1, because he's more of a player. He's a former MVP. He's a Super Bowl champion. So if you have greater highs and you fall from those great highs, it's going to be greater lows, more on the line for you. Risk, reward in this conversation right here. That's simple, though. Let's use Acho. Acho tells me when he answers the question, more on the line tonight, you got to put consecutive games together, 3 games together, 2 games together. Playing in the playoffs, Super Bowl. I said tonight. And you know what's going on tonight? There's a new sheriff in town. Oh, excuse me. Let me clarify that. Patrick Mahomes knows that that's not true. There's not a new sheriff in town. There's a new sheriff on his block looking at him dead up, say, what's up now, partner? Woo, if somebody say partner and they don't spell it with an A, oh, my God, P-O-T-N, partner. U-H, it's a problem, and that's who Justin Herbert is. Let's talk about Happy Herbert Day, because it's coming today. You know right now that Justin Herbert's record against the Chiefs, 2-1. He wins tonight, 3-1. I'm not in your town. I'm on your block, homeboy. You know us, head-to-head, 1-1. But if I win tonight, that's 2-1. And more importantly, so far, I have outperformed you. You want to talk about them in their 2 games together? Who has a higher completion percentage? Who has more yards per game? Who has a better touchdown-interception ratio? Passer rating. Justin Herbert not only has beaten Patrick Mahomes, but has beaten Patrick Mahomes. So now we look at this situation for what it is. This is an opportunity for somebody's Letterman jacket to change. Either we're going to look at Patrick Mahomes' and say, that patch right there, king of the AFC West, Mr. AFC, give me that. Because Josh Allen don't want to take it. Justin Herbert said, I'll take that. Best quarterback, young quarterback. Justin Herbert could look at him right now in this moment and say, I'm 3-1 up on the Chiefs. Please, Acho, since you want to talk about consecutive wins and performances, who is 3-1 against the Chiefs? The Chiefs beat the Raiders 8 out of the last 10 times. And why do I bring up the Raiders? Because this is the only team right now that's giving us confidence in their 6-game win streak, being real. Dallas Cowboys, I would argue as well. But most people are like, Dallas was a little off their game. That was the Chiefs doing. Other than the Raiders games were 44 points a game, they're averaging 18 points a game. You look at his passer rating against the Raiders, 132. Everybody else, 70. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is a scrub. All I know is he's still a beast, and that's the problem. He ain't coming out here expecting the same because his confidence is shook because there's a new sheriff on the block.
I don't know that his confidence is shook off a 6-game win streak. Here's what I know. I think his level of respect is heightened for Herbert. Remember, didn't he say he made that whole joke on words in the offseason? I think it was about Herbert. I'll see it when I believe it. right? He made that whole play on words joke about Herbert, and Herbert's like, okay, I'm going to show you then. And Herbert has shown him. I think Patrick Mahomes' respect for Herbert has grown, but Mahomes ain't shook. 6-game win streak. Beat the Cowboys, beat the Broncos, beat the Raiders twice. You won 3 games divisionally in that 6-game win streak. Plus, you went ahead and knocked off the boys, a top NFC opponent. Yeah, it's all good that way. Herbert, if he does not beat Mahomes, I think stays a second-class citizen as a quarterback.
I agree. In respect, even though I think he's tier 1, I know people are not going to give him that. But if he doesn't, if he outshines Patrick Mahomes and gets the W, that's taking something from Patrick Mahomes, and it's all being given to Justin.
For the first time, is this a point where they both have the same on the line? Why? Herbert loses, second-class citizen. Mahomes still first-class citizen at quarterback. Herbert wins. Mahomes, you and Herbert are now being viewed as equal. They really are running the risk of losing and or gaining the same thing. It's not as though if Herbert wins, Mahomes is still like, yeah, you still can't touch me. Or if Herbert loses, Mahomes is like, dang, Herbert, but you still close to me. I think this game will literally decide how we look at those two as far as how close they are. We should not mention them in the same sentence. Absolutely should not. Because one's a Super Bowl MVP, one's an Offensive Rookie of the Year. One is a NFL MVP, one's an Offensive Rookie of the Year. One has gone to the Super Bowl in back-to-back years. One has not made the playoffs. So I don't even think it's fair to look at them in the same breath, speak of them in the same sentence. Like, Herbert, with all due respect, you're not Mahomes, but nobody's Mahomes.
Yeah.
But this game will cause us to do something we shouldn't do either way. Which speak about them in the same way.
Well, which Acho help me, Acho, because I'm working with Acho, and I love Acho. And you tell me the NFL is not what have you done, it's what have you done lately. Patrick Mahomes, how many times you gonna show me your Al Bundy patches from 1980? Like, hey, bro, it's a new dude around here trying to make sure you never get to that position again. And we know in any situation, any practice, what coach always said, you better go out there and work, because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
Sir.
Patrick Mahomes, there's always something on the line. Because if your status, your respect isn't growing, it's shrinking. It's decreasing. It's not going to stay stagnant. It's not just going to stay still. If I get something, it's like transactions. It's like debits and credits, bro. If you got all the dough and I need some and there's no more dough coming in, I'm going to have to get my dough from you. I'm taking it from you, Patrick Mahomes. All the currency, all the respect, all the love I'm going to get is going to come at your expense, nothing else. So Patrick Mahomes is shook during this win streak. Let me tell you why he is. Because I'm not talking about that he's not performing well at times. I'm not talking about that he still doesn't believe in himself. I just know that he has not seen himself in this type of company. One, potentially losing some status to Justin Herbert, who he just clowned in the offseason. But two, during the win streak, people at home, listen to me, I'm using his 6 wins against him. Completion percentage is worse than Teddy Bridgewater, 2-glove Teddy, and Jared Goff. During the win streak, his passer rating is worse than Davis Mills. During the win streak, his yards per attempt, fewer than Big Ben, who is throwing it to the tip of his nose, and that's it. All I'm saying is, if you're Patrick Mahomes, you may get somebody coming up to you tonight and stealing your stripes. And more importantly, you know you're not playing your level of game.
But wouldn't you say that Justin Herbert has both more to gain and more to lose tonight? If Mahomes plays bad, Mahomes is still the greatest young quarterback we've seen in ever, and he's still the greatest young quarterback playing the game. If Herbert plays bad, it's like, we did, yeah, you're right. We tried to make Herbert too good, too quick. You're right. That's on us. If Herbert plays great, Herbert's on Mahomes' level. Can y'all believe that? If Mahomes plays great, yeah, what'd you expect? It was Patrick Mahomes. I was thinking about this while you were speaking. If they both play great, it's not going to move the needle for Patrick Mahomes at all. But it will move the needle for Justin Herbert. That's why I'm like, Herbert does have more on the line, because Mahomes isn't going to fluctuate either way, in our opinion. Play great? Well, duh, you're Patrick Mahomes. Play bad? It's whatever. He's Patrick Mahomes. Herbert, play great? Can you believe that he outdueled Patrick Mahomes? Herbert plays bad? Yeah, I mean, you're right. We made too big a deal too soon. I think Herbert's the only one who can change our opinion tonight. Mahomes can't change our opinion tonight.
I like that. I got a couple examples. Let's go here. Oh, he's going to change our opinion. And the way you change your opinion is kind of like, first time I got voted to the Pro Bowl, didn't participate, surgery. And I was like, yo, people recognize me. Second time, I participated, started all that. Third time, I didn't participate in another surgery, right? I had 4 surgeries in 5 years, whatever. But you know what's the first time I didn't make it after I had made it, you know what happened? Everybody was like, oh, you didn't make it. Oh, dog, they tripping, they ain't respecting you, they ain't watching it. And there's two things at play. One, people are slow to take it away from you, but they're quick to give it to you, right? And it shouldn't be that way. It should be at the same speed. As I give it to you, I take it. But two, you start to dive deeper into those numbers. There was a reason I didn't make it. And only my real ones kept it real with me. My D-line coach was like, oh, okay, everybody else done trying to take care of his emotions. Come in here. You see these plays right here? You used to make these plays. What's going on? You all right? All I'm saying is we looking at Patrick Mahomes being real. If we that coach, the quarterback coach, hey, man, this your feet, this your footwork, this your vision. Okay. And then Justin Herbert will come and snatch that. My grandma, this is my last example. My grandma used to say, the fish never gets bigger than the tank. Okay? Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes is in an aquarium. Huge SeaWorld, right? Shamu style, big whale, right? Now, if Justin Herbert shows up tonight, somebody gonna look and say, can we reduce the size of that tank, the accolade, the love we have for him, how we're lauding him? Let's shrink the tank. Here's the problem. You can't shrink the fish. So Patrick Mahomes gonna feel it. He's gonna be like, hey, I used to have more room to breathe. I used to have more grace. Now people gonna be looking at him like, nah, new sheriff, not in